Maybe I'll say
I see.
12 months ago.
Oh, 12 months ago. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first time. This is the first time I'm noticing it actually.
But it's just for reading, not for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not for sight.
Not
Just for
sight,
reading.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I'll say
I see.
12 months ago.
Oh, 12 months ago.
Perfect. Okay, so we are also broadcasting on YouTube. I'm just going to copy the link and share that too. Okay, I think we will make a start. But before we start, I want to kind of introduce our speaker. We all know Evelyn Enyonam Amuzu. She was Okanse before, now she's Amuzu. Okay, Peter can remember that.
Yeah.
She's currently the assistant registrar of finance at Central University. She's also the CEO of Hati Care Center and Hati Transport Services, president of ICGC Vine Temple Women's Ministry, PVV, head of ICGC Vine Temple Children's Ministry, and an active member of Fit by Ladies, an online workout group. Enyonam is married with 2 children. And I have seen some of her workout videos where she's skipping and doing quite some vigorous exercises that I thought over 40s could not do, but it looks like some of them we can do them. So let us give our attention to Enyonam, and if you can, please mute yourselves, and Enyonam would start her talk. When she's done, yes?
You forgot one very important detail.
Oh.
She's our financial secretary as well.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. President, for reminding me. She is in charge of our finances. So I need to be friends with her so that anything I want done, the monies will flow quickly. You see that one? Thank you so much, Mr. President, for reminding me. She is a member of our executive team, and she's in charge of the finances. I think I would hand over to her and let her proceed in giving a much fuller introduction of herself.
Thank you very much, Chris Mo, our Vice President, and thank you for joining all of you. Thank you for the opportunity. Well, you've said everything. I'm Enyonam, and you all know, while way back in school, we were all so excited at adding numbers to our age. But as we hit the 40s, we wish there's a way we can put a pause to the process of aging, but unfortunately it's impossible. This is when a whole world of pains and never-ending stress we never thought of starts hitting us left, right, center. And that is then we begin to feel pains in the back, stiff neck, creaking knees, frozen shoulders here and there. As we age and we put our bodies through a lot of stress, it becomes very, very important for us to keep fit and have a healthy body. Tonight, we are going to talk about, it's more of a discussion. We are going to talk about exercising and physical activities that will enable us keep the body much younger for our dear ones. As you heard, I'm not one of the medics and I'm not representing them. So where they think they have to correct something, they can come in. I'm standing in as someone who has gone through the experience And it's something I do as a daily routine. So I thought it's necessary to share some few ideas with the group. So that is why I'm here. So we are going to talk about exercise and physical activities for the 40s and above. Overview. We need to know what exercise and physical activities is all about. We need to know physical activity recommendation for older adults. When you are younger, you do it with all vigorousness and you don't feel any much pain. But as we grow older, the bones are getting weaker. You have to know how to go about it so that you don't injure any part of your body. Then we need to know about some few healthy habits and the benefits of physical activities. The background to this whole thing, scientific studies conducted over the years, over the decades, have shown that regular physical activity provides health benefits. The influx of COVID have contributed to the creation of many fitness groups in Ghana that are promoting physical activity for all ages, especially among the adults. According to Wikipedia, exercise is any bodily activity that enhances or maintains physical fitness and overall health and wellness. It aids growth and improves strength. It prevents aging and develop muscles and the cardiovascular system, etc. The WHO also defines physical activity as bodily movement produced by skeletal muscles that require energy expenditure. Physical activity also refers to movement during leisure time, transport to and fro from your workplace, from one place to the other, and also as part of our work schedules, we have to move around the place. So there's a need for us to undertake some physical activities, and that is what physical activity is all about. Physical activity can be moderate or vigorous, depending on who you are and what you are capable of doing. If it's something you don't do on a daily basis, you need to take your time. You take it slow at a time. But if it's something you already engage in, then you can go for the vigorous physical activity. Physical activity is very important. It is proven to help prevent or manage non-communicable diseases such as heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and several cancers. It also helps prevent hypertension. It maintains healthy body weight, and then it helps us to improve our mental health, quality of life, and well-being. Most of the time you hear people say they want to lose weight, we want to lose weight, we want to lose weight. How do we go about it? And you realize that some people they will do it for quite some time and they'll tell you it's not working. I've cut down my diet, I've done this, I've done that, it's not working. There's a way to go about it, and when you do it, you see results. When losing weight, more physical activity increases the number of calories your body uses for energy or burns off. So the burning of calories through physical activity combined with reducing the number of calories you eat creates the calorie deficit that results in the weight loss. Most weight loss occurs because of decreased caloric intake. So experience has shown that the only way to maintain the weight loss is to be engaged in regular physical activity. So it's not just cutting down the diet, but you need to engage in regular physical activities. Excuse me. Most importantly, physical activity reduces risk of cardiovascular diseases and diabetes beyond that produced by weight reduction alone. So it's not just when you engage in physical activity, it doesn't just help you to reduce weight, but it helps you to reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases. So as we see, most of the benefits of physical activities includes reduction in high blood pressure. It reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart attack, stroke, and several forms of cancer. It will also help you to reduce the chances of arthritis, pain, and its associated disabilities. It reduces the risk of osteoporosis and falls, which usually occur at the older ages. Then reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. There are different types of exercises one can engage in. Most of the time, we just take one aspect of it and we think it's okay. But for you to have the full benefit of the exercise, you need to engage in all 4 types of exercises. And this exercise includes endurance exercise, strength exercise, balance exercise, and then flexibility exercise. So we are going to take it one after the other to really get what it means. Endurance exercise involves aerobics. We'll ask ourselves, what is aerobics? Aerobics is another name for cardio. It's a type of exercise that uses oxygen to fuel energy demands during exercises. In short, it's a type of exercise that keeps the heart rate elevated for a sustained period of time, and it involves the whole body. So as you engage in aerobics, you are able to burn a lot of calories, and then the heart beats faster, like it elevates the rate at which the heart beats. And this helps you to keep the body fit for a healthier living. Aerobic activities also help you to improve your fitness and helps you to perform the task you need to do every day. This type of exercise improves the health of your heart, your lungs, the circulatory systems. It also helps to delay or prevent many diseases that are common to older adults, such as diabetes, colon and breast cancer, and heart diseases. Endurance exercises include brisk walking. Most of the time, there's a need for us to do some brisk walking. When even you sit in the office, there's the need for you to get up at least for a short while, just go around the office premises, walk. There are certain places you need to make a call to, just make the effort not to call, walk to the place. Engage in an activity. Don't sit at one place. When we sit at one place, we keep the body lazy, and then the blood doesn't flow. We don't engage in, the blood doesn't flow well, but when we engage in physical activities, it helps our blood to flow well. And also mowing, raking. Sometimes in the house, we have workers in the house who will do some of the work for us, but we can just engage in these activities as fun. Mowing the lawns could be fun. You can do it, but it will be helping the body, keeping the body very fit and healthy. You can also engage in dancing. Just play some music around the house, engage the family. You can call your spouse to just have a nice dance for just about 10 minutes and get some sweat. It's very, very necessary. You can also engage in swimming, biking, climbing stairs or hills, and then playing tennis or basketball. All these are very necessary to keep the body fit. The second type of exercise is what we call strength exercise. This type of exercise involves the use of the muscles. Your muscular strength can make a big difference here. Activities for strength exercise include getting up from a chair while you're sitting, then climbing the stairs. For those of us who are fortunate to have maybe staircase in the house, there's a need to go up and down the stairs for some time, deliberately go up and down the stairs for some time. And at the workplace, if there are staircase, instead of using the lift, once in a while, you can use the stairs just to make sure the heart rate goes a bit higher. Then carrying the groceries. Yes, there are people there to help you carry the groceries, but sometimes there's a need for you to do it yourself. Just with a conscious effort that you want to keep your body fit. Then squeezing smaller balls. When you are sitting down watching we are watching videos or watching the TV, listening to the news, you can have a tennis ball in your arm and then just squeeze them, just be squeezing them. It's very, very necessary. This helps to keep our muscles stronger, helping with our balance to prevent falls and therefore related injuries. So some of the lifting of strength exercise includes lifting of weights. It doesn't necessarily mean lifting metals. As you can see in my image, it's not necessarily lifting metals. You can put water in a bottle and then you just lift it up and down just like that. Or you put sand in the water bottle. These are mineral water bottles. Put sand in it and then just lift it up and down for like 10, 15 minutes. It helps. So carrying of the groceries and then squeezing of the balls, lifting up, then also pushing against the wall. We all have walls in our homes. You can just do wall push-ups for some time. It's best to aim at doing all these activities for like 30 minutes. It's really, really necessary. As you do it, you get some sweat and make sure sweat is fun. Just make sure you get some sweat every morning before you leave the house. That's something I do on a daily basis. Every morning, I make sure I get some sweat before I leave the house to the office. I think we can all do that. Then lifting your body weight. It's also part of strength exercise, which is very necessary. Then using a resistant band. You can get a resistant band as you pull it up and down. It helps to strengthen the muscles. So for strength exercise, you need to take a little bit of precaution here. You don't hold your breath during the exercise. You need to breathe regularly so that you don't you don't faint. Yes, let's put it that way. Breathe in to relax and breathe out as you lift or push. And please always remember to talk to your doctor if it's the first time you are beginning to do it or you have some few challenges. There's a need to talk to your doctor before you start. The third type of exercise is what we call balance exercise. This third type of exercise helps us to build our balance to prevent falls. A common problem usually in older adults that can have serious consequences. Most of the time, older adults, when a child falls, you see a child just falls and gets up and doesn't get hurt. But when a grown-up falls, it's a serious thing and it has its own complications and consequences. So to prevent these falls, there's a need for us to undertake physical activities. And some of these include the balancing exercise where you need to stand on one foot for like 30 seconds, just 30 seconds, not even a minute, 30 seconds. Then you change over to the other foot and stand for another 30 seconds. It's very necessary. Then walking. There are several ways of walking. First of all, you put the heel strike, then you lift it up fairly flat to the ground. Then we have the late flat foot. So you put it forward, then you lift it up again, then to the toes. So as you do this, you exercise the foot muscle. It's also very necessary. Then we have what we call the balance walk. You put one foot at a time in front of the other as you move with the arms stretched, and then you'll be going. It's also another form of balance exercise. So you need to be adjusting all these things, and you need to have all these type of exercises in a week. So you do maybe a particular one for like 2 days, you do the other one for another 2 days, 2 days. So you make sure you cover all 4 types of exercises. They are very necessary. Standing in from a sitting position. Most of the time when you sit, the way you get up, it sometimes gives you creaking knees or pain in the back. But for you to get up from a sitting position, you need to move forward to the edge of the chair before you get up. And then when you do that, you wouldn't have that pain, and you do it with caution. So for those who have problems when getting up from a sitting position, there's a need to get a steady chair or a person nearby to hold on to if you feel unsteady. The last type of exercise is what we call the flexibility exercise. Stretching can improve your flexibility, and moving more freely will make it easier for you to reach down to tie your shoes. So flexibility exercise include the back stretch. Yes, it includes the back stretch. It includes the inner thigh stretch, ankle stretch, and the leg, back of your leg stretch. So there's a need for you to lie down, you raise the leg, you stretch it for some time. It's not, you don't need to do it for a long period. You can just do it for like a minute. You put that leg down, you do the other one for a minute. If you can't even go a minute, just do 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, then you put it down, you try another one, open the wider thigh stretch, or the whatever, the leg stretch. You just do it for seconds, you stop for some time. So stretch only after you have warmed up your muscles. With the stretching, you make sure you do some warm-ups before you start. If you don't do that, you may tear what we call tendons. So please, there's a need for us to stretch, do warm-ups before we start stretching our muscles. We stretch after the endurance or strength exercise. You remember the endurance exercises where we said we do aerobics, and then the strength exercise where we lift up weight. So you need to do these things before you come and stretch your muscles. So avoid stretching so far that it hurts. When you begin to feel pains, please stop for some time. You do today, you are not able to do, just relax. Another time you try again, just relax. You see that the body adjusts, and then you start doing it well. So you don't need to force it, otherwise you injure your body. Breathe normally while holding your strength. So when it comes to weight loss, there's no lack of fat diet promising fast results, but such diets limit your nutritional intake and can be unhealthy. You know, sometimes when you say you want to lose weight, you are going to cut down your diet, and sometimes the intake may not meet your nutritional value, but there's a need to balance it. So the key to achieving and maintaining a healthy weight isn't about just short-term dietary. It's about a lifestyle that includes healthy eating, regular exercise activity, and balancing the calories you consume with the calories your body uses. So managing your weight contributes to good health now as you are aging. So if we really want to lose some weight, there's a need to undertake walking exercise. Walking really helps us to lose weight. We don't take it that serious, but it's very, very necessary. Safe ways to help manage your weight include going for walks, and then having optimal sleep, reducing stress, and maintaining health, eating healthy eating habits, and then regular physical activity. This includes eating more fruits and vegetables, then walking more in our daily routine. So I came across this which says walking wins. A person who walks at least 2 hours a week and has a nearly 40% reduction in death from all causes of diseases. So walking decreases the risk of developing diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and obesity. And then it says that avoid junk foods. We need to eat healthy foods, fruits and vegetables to stay healthy. Walking is a great way to be more active, and it's the most popular physical activity among 40s and beyond. It should be more of a daily routine. There are two main benefits of walking, and it's the easiest physical activity one can do. You don't need to jump about or skip, as Prismo said he saw me skipping. You don't really need to do that if you cannot do it. But walking, we can all walk. You don't, and it's free. You don't need to pay anything to walk. It's something we can all do. So I think it's the best way to go if you cannot do the vigorous ones. So walking is something you don't really need to get new clothes for, new equipment, facilities, training, etc. Because walking can easily fit your schedule, needs, and abilities. It's a good way to start getting active if you've been inactive. Like other kinds of regular physical activity, walking at a brisk pace also may offer health benefits, such as lowering your risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. It strengthens your bones and your muscles, helping you to burn more calories, improving your fitness, and reduces your back pain, lifting your moods. So as we said, walking helps to boost your immune systems. Most people do not need to see a doctor before they can walk. A few may have to because they have underlying conditions, but you don't need to see a doctor to walk. We walk about on a daily basis, but this time we are doing it the brisk way, walking briskly to reduce weight. However, you should check with your doctor if you have chronic health problems, such as heart conditions, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Since most of us, if not all, are over 40 years of age, you can also talk to your doctor if you feel dizzy and you feel faint or short of breath, or you have chest or back pains. Please make sure you check with your doctor before you walk. These are some of the benefits of walking. Walking helps us to lose weight. It increases our metabolism. It gives healthier hearts, increased self-esteem, tone muscles, improve self-image, increase energy, stronger bones and joints. It relieves stress and then strengthens our immune systems. It reduces the risk of high blood pressure. Someone may ask, how much should I walk? You need to walk for like 30 minutes in a day. 30 minutes. That's if you are the busy type and you're always in the office, just make it a point to walk 30 minutes in a day. That's 150 minutes for the whole week. 2 hours, 30 minutes for the week. So please, let's make it a point to walk 30 minutes a day. If you can't do it continuous, like you don't have the time to walk 30 minutes straight, you can break it down to 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So you walk 10 minutes for some time, you go and do what you have to do. Then you make it a point to walk another 10 minutes, then another 10. So when you break it down to 10 minutes, maybe with that one, you can even do 40 minutes or 50 minutes in a day, but make it a point to walk in a day, every day. And did you know that walking for just 30 minutes a day helps you lose weight? Someone may ask, is that really possible? Yes, it's possible. You can walk 30 minutes a day and it will help you reduce your stress level. It will lower your blood pressure and reduce your risk of many chronic diseases. Regular walks is one of the best and easiest things you can do for your health. So these are some of the distances you need to undertake depending on your age. As we fall within the age of 40 plus, age 40 and below, you need to walk 1 kilometer in less than 8 minutes. That's when you are timing yourself. In less than 8 minutes, you should be able to cover 1 kilometer. Then 40 to 45 years, you cover 1 kilometer in 8 minutes 30 seconds. Also, if you are more than 45, that's 45 to 50, that same 1 kilometer, you can walk it for like 9 minutes. It means as you are aging, you can't walk faster. So it reduces the time increases, but we are all walking 1 kilometer. So someone who is 45 plus needs 9 minutes to cover 1 kilometer, while someone who is 40 needs 8 minutes to cover 1 kilometer. Yes, so these are some of the benefits we get when we walk. As we look at the feet, you can see the body parts, you can see the heart, the lungs, the stomach, the spine, everything under the feet, and all get their benefits when we do a lot of walking. So please, there's a need for us to do a lot of walking. As for the walking, it's very, very necessary. So also another physical activity we need to undertake and take serious is getting optimal sleep. It is very crucial. It's a very crucial physical activity. Work stress, family responsibilities, as well as unexpected challenges such as illnesses are factors that can interfere with our good night's sleep. So these factors sometimes cannot be controlled, and therefore there's a need to adopt habits that will encourage a better sleep. So sleep is also a physical activity we need to undertake, and we shouldn't take it for granted. Some of the few ways we can reduce, and then we need to get reduce our stress levels. We need to reduce our stress levels. Some few ways we can reduce stress include exercising. This prompts the body to release the feel-good hormones like endorphins, which can help to reduce the stress. Stress can also make you subconsciously tense your muscles, but exercise helps to release that tension. So some exercises you can try include jumping jacks. You all know jumping jacks, that jumping up and down just like that. So you jump for some time, like even 30 seconds. I wouldn't say do much, but just jump when you think you are stressed out. Just get up from your seat, jump a little, or you go out, walk around a little. And also there's some of the factors that stress us out. When we don't organize ourselves, we get stressed out. So let's be organized. You need to organize your time, the task you need to do, the things you need to do at the office. Let's have a to-do list, put them on paper so that you can have time and do one at a time so that you wouldn't stress yourself. All these affect our muscles. So we need to take our time, and which we need to take our time, a little time to go out with the family. When you start noticing that stress is affecting how you feel or behave, it is time to step away from the office, go out a few minutes, just focus on yourself, do something you enjoy, like reading, talk to somebody, listen to music, dance or something, anything that can take your mind off that stress in the office. Just do something briefly and then come back to the office. Yeah. So these are some of the habits we need to acquire. Those of us trying to lose weight, you should avoid all fatty and sugary foods. That's healthy eating. Let's avoid all fatty and sugary foods and eat mainly vegetables, fruits, and nuts. And this will drastically help you to reduce your cholesterol level. And also let's help it reduce the intake of meat and dairy products. As we are aging, we don't need the daily products much. When we were younger, we were taking them, you could take a whole can of milk, but now you can't, there's no need for it. The body doesn't really need those things now. So let's cut down on the dairy products and also the meat, and then we can take in more fish. Those of us who are in Ghana, we have the opportunity to get fish.
Hey.
Yeah. Peter, can I say something? Okay.
Sorry, the meat side hit me a little, but you continue.
Okay, so I'll continue. So that is it. And then we need to cut it down. So if it hits you, you just have to do something about it. And then we should try to adhere to healthy breakfast, lunch, and dinner routine. Sometimes we think we can skip breakfast, but it's very crucial. We need to take in the breakfast, we need to take in lunch, but when it comes to dinner, we need to take in something less, like we don't need to eat more in the evening. We take in lighter food in the evening so that we can sleep well. Let's control the portion sizes of the food we take. Small portion can satisfy the hunger. And then immediately you take in small portions, please stop eating. Don't say, oh, I need to finish everything in the bowl. Please, let's cut down the intake of the food. Don't fill the belly. At this age, you don't need to fill the belly. Incorporate lean meats, poultry, fish, beans, eggs, and nuts more in our food. More importantly, we need to eat in, the beans and the nuts in our diet. We need them in our diet. Then, as we said, eat the 3 healthy meals a day, the breakfast, the lunch, and the supper. It is important to remember that supper has to be small portion of the meal. So, does anybody have any question yet?
And there are a few questions in the chat, so I'll read them to you, and then you can answer them if you.
Okay.
I think there are a few comments regarding tennis balls. So for Cadbury House boys, maybe I think we'll buy some tennis balls for them, so they can start squeezing them. There's one question from Elikem.
Okay.
And she's saying that is the walk about the minutes or the number of steps?
Say again.
The walk. So I think you put up a chart regarding the walk, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you talked about walking a kilometer in certain number of minutes.
Yes. Yes.
And I think she's asking because some people do 10,000 steps and some try to do minutes, right? 30 minutes. What do you recommend?
The steps is very necessary because you can take slow steps and still cover the minutes. So the steps is very necessary. That's why we said it was supposed to be brisk walking. You need to walk briskly. So the steps is necessary. If you are moving faster, that's when you can count the steps and then you cover the minutes. Thank you.
I think there were those who were talking about domedo, whether it is part of the diet, the food that we should stop eating.
Exactly. It's one fatty food that you must avoid. Maybe we can take it once in a blue moon, but it's not supposed to be a constant diet. I know Nisi will not forgive me, but it's something we need to cut down on.
What kind of diets should we have? I think Mamiya is asking that question. Dessert, sorry. What kind of dessert? Sorry.
Hello?
With my glasses on.
Yes, the desserts is best we take in fruits. Fruits. I know most people like to take ice creams for desserts, but as we are aging, we need to cut down on all those things. So the best desserts we can take, as I mentioned, nuts. You can have nuts for your desserts, and then you can have fruits. You cut down some fruits and for your desserts, you can cut some oranges, you can get some apples, you can get, banana has a lot of calories, so we don't advise bananas, but please, you can use fruits for your desserts.
There's another question here that says that is it advisable to plank to do planks or plank jacks for above 50s?
The plank jacks is something if you were doing before, It's easier to do because it involves more of the muscles. So if it's something you were not involved in, please, it's not advisable. You need to start it slow. Start slow, and then you pick it up gradually. But if you were doing planks already, you don't have any problem with that. You can continue. Even in your 70s, you can do it.
I'll open the floor for those who want to unmute to ask you questions.
Okay, Evelyn, I am going to start. And I'm going to quote you. To be honest here, you said every morning, I make sure that I get some sweat before I leave the house.
Yeah.
Yes. That has stuck in my head.
Okay.
What are some of the activities?
Exercises.
Oh, Enupe.
Enunkwa.
Can you have any other types of activities that can cause stress? Maybe you can suggest that.
Okay. All right, that's my question.
Any more?
Evelyn.
Yeah.
At a certain point, we are also advised to take in more as we reduce the carbohydrates.
Elegant, please, you are breaking. To take in more
protein.
Okay, okay.
And reduce the carbohydrates. You realize that those who follow the keto plan, you end up taking, so with what you are saying, you know, we have to reduce our protein, we have to do, how do you balance it all out?
If you got it right, I didn't say we should reduce our protein. You realize that things we were supposed to take in more were proteins rather, because I said you should take in more beans, you take in more nuts. So, and these are the protein levels. Yes, and you know, the keto diet is something else. It doesn't cover the full nutrients. It doesn't give you the full nutrients. At the beginning, when I was talking about weight loss, I said sometimes we follow weight loss and then we don't get the full nutrients the body needs to survive. So we don't just follow the nutrient and the dieting aspect, but you need to get the nutritional value for it. So it's not just about getting protein. You need a balanced diet, but at a lower level. You don't take in more food because you think you have to fill the belly. You take something to fill your stomach, but not getting too full. That is it.
Okay.
Any more?
So you are saying we should eat to quench the hunger.
The hunger, exactly. But don't get too full.
Hey. We have come from a culture where you didn't make.
But brass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Evelyn, question. How do we manage the love handles? Like the love handles around that area. How do you manage? How can you minimize those?
How do we manage the
love handles?
Oh.
The fat around our tummy.
Oh, okay.
Not the love handles.
It takes a lot of discipline to do that. A lot of discipline in a way that we need to detox regularly. Do you do detox sometimes?
I don't.
Yes, and that is something we need to factor into our diet. You detox regularly. It could just be taking in water with ginger early morning, or water ginger and lemon early morning. It could be warm water, it could be just ordinary water, early morning and then late in the night to sleep. When you do this, it helps to burn the fat away. It's something I started last year, September, and I can bet you my tummy has reduced drastically. It's gone flat. I wanted to show pictures, but I couldn't load it.
Please.
So it helps. You can do it.
Yeah, I like the detox option. I think I'll do that because I think after baby number 3, that part, it just doesn't go away, you know. So
there are a lot of things you can detox with. Even the normal spices we use, there are some we can use like fenugreek, the fennel. When you use them with just ginger on a daily basis, morning and evening, they help a lot. They help to burn all these fats away. So maybe you can contact, we'll talk.
Yes, please.
Can I please just say something about the ginger?
Okay.
For some of us, the ginger rather gives us energy. So for me personally, I don't do ginger in the evening because it keeps me awake. I rather do the ginger in the morning,
okay,
and the fennel seeds in the evening.
Okay.
So for whoever it is, you sometimes have to watch your what about your body system? Because if I do turmeric in the evening, I'll sleep at 2 a.m. So I'll do something like ginger, turmeric, all those things in the morning, and do something like fennel seed in the evening. So you should just watch yourself and know how to balance. Thank you. Little addition.
All right. So
no, people want shortcut. They say we should go and exercise. We are now talking ginger.
Oh no, but you have to add that. You have to add that to it.
Okay, so please, to start our daily working routine, we need to set goals. So please, first of all, you set a goal and make a plan to reach them. So how do we set this goal? How far do you want to walk? How often would you like to start with? And then where do you want to walk to? You need to, where do you want to be at what time? And then you need to set those targets. When you set targets, you can go. Someone like Mamiya, you know, she's been biking. It's very, very good and it helps. You set that goal for yourself and you make sure you always achieve it. Then be prepared. Be prepared to go extra mile. Be prepared with your shoe, your hat, whatever you need to do. Just set your goal and then be prepared to go for the work. And then we get moving. Warm up. Sometimes before you walk, when you know that you've been sitting for far too long, just stretch the legs a little, stretch the muscles, stretch everything before you start walking so that you don't strain your muscles. So you warm up by walking slowly. Don't start briskly at a time. Just walk slowly, then you start picking up. Then you start going faster and faster. So you cool down when you think the heart is pumping too much and you cannot stand it. Just cool down and walk, come back to the slow steps again. Then as you are walking, you keep the chin up and your shoulders slightly back and relaxed. You look forward and not to the ground. Then you keep your back straight rather than act forward or backwards. So make sure you are walking straight, the chin is up, and then it helps you to walk well. Then finally, as the walking gets easier, then you can start going faster and farther. So add the hills or some stairs to it. When you see a staircase, you can decide to go up and down the stairs. Then the heart rate will be going up and up. So that is what we are supposed to do. So in conclusion, we stay active. Staying active can help us. We keep and improve our strength. that will help us to be independent, have more energy to do the things you want to do, then improve your balance and lower the risk of the falls. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Enyonam. That was fantastic. I think everybody here would have taken something out of it, and I hope that we can all go on tomorrow morning, get out there and walk before we even go to church, so that we can get the sweat on, as Enyonam suggested. And there are other ways to get sweat on. I'm sure Peter can talk about those ones next time. But at the moment, Enyonam is suggesting that we take up walking. If you cannot run, you can walk, right? If you cannot jog, you can walk.
Yeah.
And that's really, really good. I think it's really been good, and I will leave the floor open for those who want to keep a dialogue.